Folks, welcome to this week's Dr. Deer segment. We're on the North American Whitetail lease in Kentucky. I'm with Dr. James Kroll, and today we're talking all about bedding areas and sanctuaries. This is something we get a ton of questions about at the magazine all the time. How do I identify a bedding area? How do I identify a sanctuary? Doc, we're lucky on this particular property. Really, the entire property is a sanctuary because it's new to us. It's a lease that has not been hunted quite a long time and really low hunting pressure, but also there are many key habitat elements on this farm that could be a sanctuary element anywhere.
Yeah, and we found those out there. You know, you're absolutely right. The property itself, because it hasn't had a lot of hunting pressure on it, is a sanctuary.
And we have hunting neighbors on this property too.
Oh yeah, so they're gonna push deer in there. But as time goes on, we're gonna put pressure on them as well.
Yeah.
So what we have to do is we have to designate sanctuaries on the property. But first we gotta find the ones that are there. And what we found is right in here is a beautiful place, and it's a sanctuary, okay? We've got water nearby, we've got hardwood mast, we've got winter thermal cover is pointing in the right direction. That over here on this side in this drainage, we've got a sanctuary right here as well. And we also have an area sanctuary that goes pretty much like this.
And you can see right in here, thanks to this image being taken in the fall, these are conifers. There's a lot of cedars, eastern red cedar on this property, and that is thermal cover, winter cover.
Right.
It's also just dense thickets. It's a good place for this deer to hide.
What they have to have is everything a deer needs, so he doesn't have to leave before dark. And these areas that I've outlined here have got everything they need. It's one-stop shopping for the deer here.
Yep. There's places on this farm that we're definitely going to hunt. There's places where we're going to have our stands and tree stands, but we have also identified areas, Doc, that we're going to leave them a sanctuary. We're going to keep that low pressure for as long as we can.
Yeah, and another aspect of a sanctuary, the telltale sign, is a lot of deer pellets, a lot of rubs.
High-use deer areas.
High-use deer areas.
Well, folks, these are just a few tips on how to identify bedding areas and sanctuaries on any property.